FEMA has not done their job for the last 4 years. And FEMA is going to be a whole big discussion very shortly, because I'd rather see the states take care of their own problems.
President Donald Trump suggested on Wednesday that, we should probably get rid of federal disaster relief and let the states take care of it themselves. I mean, it's not like we're a real country anymore with a functional federal government, and not with me in charge. This is during a discussion on Wednesday with Fox News host Sean Hannity. News. Forgot that part. They spoke about, the issues with FEMA that Donald Trump had made up during the election. Okay. For example, he lied about the agency blowing its budget on helping undocumented immigrants, or the $750 that you were allegedly supposed to pay back, but no, you actually don't pay that back. Okay. The reason, and also one of the reasons that the budget was so low for FEMA, why they were at the time running out of money, is because, for one, the number of natural disasters that had occurred used up a lot of that budget. They were actually using it to help people, right? Secondly, when they start running out of money, it is up to Congress to approve more. And Republicans, they have not been wanting to approve more money. Instead, they wanted to use disaster relief as a way to try to get to punish blue states like California or Illinois or New York City, whatever. Any state that has like any sort of decent, humane policies towards immigrants, like sanctuary cities, for example, they're like, no, we're going to withhold disaster relief from them. Great, lovely. Look, we've seen it for years that Republicans would vote against disaster relief. I mean, you'd think it'd be something that would be, bipartisan, right? That people, of course we're going to help you. We're a country. We're a nation. Of course we help each other. That's the whole point. But no, Republicans are like, no. You need disaster relief, New York City? No, not going to happen. Nope. But when it was their own states, these same Republicans turn around and basically beg the federal government to help them as they're supposed to. You don't see Democrats pulling those tricks. No, they actually have humanity. And they're like, of course we're going to help your constituents. We wouldn't think of holding up disaster relief for a red state. That would be horrible. But they constantly, the right wing talks about, we got to withhold disaster relief from California. They're wildfire. They don't deserve it. Why should Ohio have to pay for what's going on in California? Because we're a frickin' country. That's why. But unfortunately, holding up aid to these blue states is exactly what now Trump is talking about.
I don't think we should give California anything until they let water flow down into their...
From the north to the south.
This is a political thing. I don't know what it is. They talk about the Delta smelt. It's a little tiny fish like this.
I went out...
They say it's an endangered species. Well, how is it endangered? No wonder it's endangered. It's not getting any water. How do you... If you have a fish and you're stopping the water, isn't that going to hurt the fish?
I did a show...
What are you talking about? Nobody's stopping the water, okay? For one, Los Angeles does not rely on water from Northern California. There's not some weird, spigot up there that Newsom is, still not, choosing not to open, okay, to let the water flow down. No, that's not what's going on. And look, when it comes to the fires, the water reserves were topped up. The problem is you had super dry conditions with 100-mile-an-hour winds. It's really hard to fight a fire in that condition, okay? And speaking of fires, by the way, in California, there's yet another massive wildfire threatening homes in Los Angeles County. That's the Hughes Fire, broke out on Wednesday morning specifically, and had quickly grown into more than 9,000 acres. About 50,000 people were under evacuation orders, warnings due to that fire. So, yeah, they're going to need disaster aid. And apparently Trump is like, no. But he's saying all you need to do, Governor Newsom, is just go open that secret faucet you've got hidden in Northern California. Just open it right up. But wait, that's not real. What is real, though, is the danger of getting rid of federal emergency aid. These states are not equipped to handle billions of dollars in damages. That's why we have a country, a federal government, you know? I mean, do you think Alabama has billions of dollars lying around for when they get hit with a hurricane next? No, they don't. And as far as what FEMA does, they cover about 75% of debris removal costs. They also award and reimburse millions to billions of dollars to people, you know, in when it comes to assistance. That, if he gets rid of FEMA, it's going to be gone. And by the way, it's going to primarily affect the South that gets hit with hurricanes. Then, of course, you have, you know, the middle of the country, Tornado Alley. That's going to be more, you know, affected as well. You know, California, obviously, with the wildfires. But again, it's more than that. There are natural disasters all over the country. Okay. This would affect so many Americans. Not having a federal government there to respond to disasters would be a disaster in itself. If he kills FEMA, I predict that it would take only one major disaster where the state does not have any money. And of course, it would be in the South, right? Because if it happens in California, then most of the country's not going to care. But if it happens to Florida, or if it happens to Louisiana, it's going to take that happening for Americans to realize, oh no, we just screwed up royally. But for now, they're cheering this on. In fact, in response to Trump's comments over on Twitter, Christina Brode writes, yes, and let the American people help Americans. Get the feds out of the way and defund and abolish FEMA. Wait, what do you think? What do you think FEMA is? It's the government. It's Americans helping Americans. What? Another says this is based every state that runs deficits and then asks the federal government for bailouts further complicates the inflation issue. States should have their own emergency funds for emergency relief. It's not fair for taxpayers in Ohio to have to pay to rebuild LA. More likely it's taxpayers in New York and California that are rebuilding Florida, that are rebuilding Louisiana, that are rebuilding Alabama, the states that constantly get hit with hurricanes. More tax money comes from California into the federal government than from those other states. There's a lot of these red states. So, I mean, who are you going to end up hurting the most? You're going to hurt yourselves. So, nonetheless, I mean, I'm very concerned that this is the direction that Trump is going to go into, getting rid of federal emergency response. And if he does, things are going to get real bad real quick. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.